Failure can be a period, or it can be a comma. Failure can be final, but it can also become the launching pad to success. At the end of the day, it is up to us what we do with our failures. One person that was intimately familiar with the concept of failure was Thomas A. Edison. The seemingly unending string of failed experiments did not defeat him, but instead it drove him to find new ways to make things work, whatever they might be, and there were many. Mr. Edison would rebuff one negative comment after another, once even saying, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that will not work. His perseverance eventually led to the phonograph, motion picture cameras, and the practical electric light bulb that would eventually light up the cities across America, and as a matter of fact, across our globe. I can't think of anyone that hasn't failed at least once, and that includes Jesus. If you look at his death on the cross from a purely human perspective, when Jesus was executed, it appeared that he failed his mission. Both the civil Roman authorities and the Jewish religious establishment were convinced that this was the end of Jesus' problems. Even his disciples thought it was over. But what was an apparent defeat and failure in reality led to the ultimate victory of love over hatred, victory of life over death. Today, many people try to hide the evidence of their failures. We polish up our resume, highlighting our achievements and quietly omitting all kinds of professional or educational mishaps. Some divorced people move away from the town where they were known as someone's wife or husband and start anew in a place that nobody knows of their failed marriage. We carefully conceal our emotional, physical, or spiritual wounds under a thick layer of a makeup, be it literal or metaphorical. But not so with the risen Christ. This Sunday, we hear him once again inviting his disciples to look directly at the signs of his passion, at the signs of his painful failure. Not yet fully scarred wounds on his hands and feet were the visible and very tangible reminder of the failure of the cross. It is almost as if the risen Lord wanted them and us to imagine and to embrace his failure as the necessary part of the story. St. Peter will even write in his first letter that we were healed by his wounds and bruises. 1 Peter 2:24. As we look as we meditate on the wounds of Jesus, I encourage you to take stock of your own wounds and bruises, be they physical, emotional, or spiritual. Perhaps some of them are nicely healed by now, while others might still look rough and send a chill down your spine, reminding you of a painful or maybe even shameful failure. But as we look lovingly on the wounds of Christ, knowing that his cross was the necessary part of the Easter story, we also need to look tenderly and lovingly at our scars, bruises, and other evidence of our failures. For they too are not the final periods of our stories, but important commas, slowly leading us to our own Easters. Amen.